chances. And what weighs heavily on me, given what we went through that you past few days, is I could let you out on a scram tether and I never get you back.
For what it's worth, Your Honor, I did have a very frank and blunt conversation.
Okay.
Court does call the case of
In the record,
Michigan versus
like
Peter Heenan.
briefly set it out that while we were waiting for the courtroom change, at a bench conference with counsel and given those discussions, Mr. Heenan was prior
Good afternoon,
to
Judge.
calling
Jackie
his case
Mossford,
sent
and on
over
behalf
to
of Mr. Heenan, who is
community
present to my right.
corrections to obtain a scram tether, and also to take a full panel. Mr. Heenan, in the record should reflect drug test, briefly set it out that I went over while we were waiting for the courtroom change. Back at a bench conference with counsel and PBT could not have the scram tether put on because of that. Given those discussions, Mr. And also came back prior to calling his case, sent over his drug testing, community corrections to obtain a scram tether of the creatinine and also to take a full panel. Came back positive for benzos test. And came back for positive. Did that. Came back a 0.1. Sir, you're on. You take Zoloft. PBT could not have the scram tether. How long have you had that? Because of that.
Just started last
and
night.
Also came back.
I've taken it before, but I was in jail for 6 days, so I had to stop. And so then I started again.
In terms of the creatinine level, came back positive.
Sorry, the new script is from
and came back
2 days
positive
ago.
on benzos.
Sorry.
Sir, you're on. You got a prescription for Zoloft.
Sir.
2 days How long ago? Have you had that prescription?
Yes, just started last night. So rehab, I was in treatment, and I've taken it before, but I was in jail for 6 days, so I had to stop. And I started again. So I've been using that, but I needed more. Oh, so I called my primary care doctor. The new script is from, I think, 2 days ago. Sorry.
Okay, you had that prescription. Hold on. You got a prescription for Zoloft 2 days ago?
And
so...
Yes, Your Honor.
Hold on.
So
I just need to
rehab,
back up
I was in
treatment. I'm trying to find out
and
where
gave
you
me
are right now and have a greater understanding.
a packet of
You were in
Zoloft.
rehab.
So I've been using that.
When did you get
but I needed more. So I called my primary care doctor. He prescribed 12th, I think 30.
Okay, you had that prescription filled.
Yes, Your
and
Honor.
when you got out of rehab,
And
so you had Zoloft. Hold on.
Yes, they send you
I
home
just need to
with
back up for a
30
moment,
days.
because I'm trying to find out where you are right now and have a greater understanding. You were in rehab. When did you get out? At some point, then you ran out.
No, I still have some, but I needed to call my doctor anyway and tell him about this.
Okay.
And so I asked for a refill.
Okay. And when you got out of rehab, where were you in treatment? You had Zoloft.
West Palm Beach. Yes, they send you home with it's called 30-day supply. So a very good treatment center.
To what?
A very, very good treatment center.
And so at some point, there, then you ran out.
I was originally 30 days, but I still have some to 45. I needed to call my doctor anyway and tell him about this. And so I asked for a refill.
Was there aftercare that was to follow that?
There was. So I have a therapist.
Where were you in treatment?
The University of Michigan IOP called Hanley can't take me for 6 months. Very good treatment center. Because I missed a very, very good treatment center. And
because you missed an appointment. How long were you there?
Yes. I was originally 30 days, but I extended to 45
so
voluntarily.
Since you missed that, they could. What have you been doing? Was there aftercare? You were supposed to go and follow that outpatient.
There was.
So
right. A therapist.
So at the point that you're supposed to go
into
an
Michigan
IOP, you find out you
can't take
get
me
in
for 6 months.
What do you do?
I missed. I have Silver Link an appointment, and my kids have a
an
jail
appointment with them.
So I'm required to do multiple AA meetings.
So since you
Okay,
missed
but
that,
I get
what have you been
But
doing
in
anything?
terms of an
Because you were supposed to
IOP,
go and do intensive outpatient,
Yes.
right?
I mean,
So at the point that you're supposed to go into intensive
just
outpatient,
go
you
ahead
find
if you
out
wanna
that you
talk.
can't get in at U of M. What do?
So I have SoberLink, and my kids
Oh,
have a
I've
GAL.
reached
out to Brighton. So I just I'm required to do multiple AA meetings a day, and
Okay,
I think
I get that.
I
But
can't.
in terms of an IOP, here's what I'm trying to figure out. All right. I mean, and so I'm asking you these questions.
Go ahead if you want to.
I'm not asking you to try to trick you into anything. I'm just trying to figure out, like I said, where you are.
Sure. Oh,
So you
I've
get out
reached
of
out
treatment.
to Brighton. They have a
Part of
IOP program.
The aftercare
It's
of
on
the treatment
Zoom now.
program that you're in is that
And
you were
I-
supposed to get
I think
yourself
get
into an
enrolled.
IOP,
I can't.
right? Well, no,
Your Honor, that was
Here's
part
what
of the
I'm trying to figure out.
condition.
All right.
Also, the SoberLink and
And
one AA meeting
So
a day.
I'm asking you these questions.
On
for a
whose
reason.
condition?
I'm not asking you to try to trick you into anything. I'm just trying to figure out, like I
The
said, where
treatment
you
center's
are.
recommendation.
So you get out of treatment.
Okay.
Part of
Got me a
the
little bit lost.
aftercare of
You
the
go
treatment
into the
program
treatment
that
center
you're in is
in
that you
Florida.
were supposed to get yourself
come
into an
out.
IOP.
They're
Right?
basically
Your Honor,
on discharging you.
that was
releasing
part of
you
the
from that.
condition.
They're
Also, the
putting into
SoberLink
place or
and
give
one
you
AA
a
meeting a
plan.
day.
On
Aftercare
whose
plan,
condition?
right?
Yep.
Part of that aftercare plan was you were to get yourself into intensive outpatient
The
treatment,
treatment center's recommendation.
right? Their recommendation was something here local at
Okay.
University of Michigan. Got me a little bit lost here. You go into the. You were supposed to call them, but miss that somehow
come
or
out.
another. And then they're basically
their
policy.
upon
You
discharging
discharging
you
or
for a
releasing you from that.
Right.
They're putting into place or give you a plan.
After all that
An
happened,
aftercare plan,
right? Yep.
What
part
do
of that
you
aftercare
do
plan was you
were to get yourself into intensive outpatient
instead of
Yes, Your Honor.
right? Their recommendation was something here
What do
local at
you then
University of
do?
Michigan,
Nothing?
right?
Yes, Your Honor.
You
You
were
didn't get
supposed to call
yourself
them, but
into
miss that
any type
somehow
of
and or
treatment
another.
program.
Is that right?
And then
as
found
per
a
their
therapist.
policy, you can't get in
And
for a
no,
while.
I did not find an IOP. Your Honor.
Okay. Let me just
after
ask
all
you,
that
and I
happened,
won't hold you to it only because I know you've been
what
drinking.
do
But
you do?
why didn't you do that? Honest answer.
Instead of
Sometimes I feel like
I want to put it that way.
AA
What
is
do
more
you
effective
then do?
because I've done an
Nothing?
IOP program
You
before.
didn't get yourself
on Zoom.
into any type
And
of
sometimes I
treatment
feel like
program. Is
AA
that
and
right?
SoberLink. I found a therapist. And no, I did not
more
find an
helpful.
IOP, especially in person.
Okay.
AA.
Let me just
Okay.
ask you, and I won't hold you to it only because I know you've been drinking, but
Why
not
do you
yelling
do
at you,
that?
but I'm just going to tell you, if you
Honest
could figure it out yourself, you wouldn't be in the position. that
Sometimes I
you're in
feel
right
like
now, right?
AA is
If you
more
went just on
effective
your
because
feelings
I've
of
done
what
an
you thought
IOP
was
program
best,
before.
we wouldn't be
and
here
it's on
dealing
Zoom.
with this part of this.
And sometimes I feel like AA and
So that's why you have
SoberLink
other people kind of guide you as to what you
is more helpful.
I also have a
especially in
feeling
person AA.
that the program that you laid out
Okay.
for yourself, while you think effective, is actually just not
Easier
yelling at you, but I'm just going to tell you,
than
if you
doing
could
the
figure it out
IOP.
yourself, you wouldn't be in the position.
Because
that
an
you're in
IOP
right now,
can be
right?
difficult.
Yes, Your Honor.
If it went just on your feelings of what you thought was best, we wouldn't be
I
here dealing with
desperately
this part
wanted
of
that
this,
Michigan
would we?
IOP 9,
So that's why
to
you
1,
have other people kind
Monday,
of
Wednesday,
guide you as
Thursday.
to what you really need to do.
and I just screwed it
I
up.
also have a feeling
Right.
that the program that you
But
laid
then
out for
you also then
yourself didn't put anything
while
in
you
place
think effective
once you
is
had
actually
messed
just
up. easier than doing
In
the
fact,
IOP. If you're going to be honest about it,
Because
the
an
stuff that
IOP
you put
can
in
be
place
difficult.
was just easier stuff.
I desperately
So that you
wanted
could
that
say you're
Michigan
doing
IOP
something.
9 to 1, Your Honor.
Yeah, I
Monday,
know.
Wednesday, Thursday.
I've seen it for a
And
while.
I just screwed it up.
And
Right.
that's why you weren't going to go
But
into the
then
IOP.
you
You
also
also then didn't put anything in place once you had messed up.
Right. It was the easier path.
In
Yeah.
fact, if you're going to be honest about it, the stuff that you put in place was just,
Mr. Heenan, let me ask you this.
easier stuff.
You blew a 1-0.
that you could say you're
when did
doing
you stop drinking? When's the last time you had a
That's fair,
drink?
Your Honor.
Yeah, I know.
So
I've seen it for a while.
4, I woke up.
And that's why
My
you
hands
weren't
were
going to go
shaking.
into the
So I drank some
IOP.
high noon. And then at
How
7,
much high noon did you have?
it was just enough till my hands stopped
Yeah.
shaking.
Okay, what's that? Tell me what that means.
Like for me, it's like 4 to
Mr.
6.
Heenan, let me ask you this.
And then at 7 this morning,
You blew a
when
1-0.
the
When
liquor
when
stores
did you
open,
stop drinking? When's
I
the
had a
last time you had a
DoorDash
drink?
delivery of more high noon. And I drank
4,
again until
I
my
woke
head
up.
stopped shaking and my hands were
And
shaking.
how
So I
much
drank
did you
some
have
high
that
noon.
time?
And then at
How
7,
much high noon did you have?
Your Honor, honestly, just enough till my hands stopped shaking. Until my hands
Okay, what's that? Tell me what that means.
It was a 4-pack. For me, it's
Okay.
4
It
to
was a
6.
4-pack?
High noon comes in 4. And then
Right.
at 7 this morning,
So you had,
when
did
the
you drink
liquor
them
stores
all?
open, oh yeah, I had a DoorDash
Okay.
delivery of more high noon.
And how long did that take
And
you?
I drank again
Okay.
until my head
So-
stopped shaking.
And how much did you have that DoorDash delivery at 7? That was the last you had?
Your Honor, honestly, yes, and my hands were shaking, so I've got a bunch of empties. It was a 4-pack. This is
Okay.
how
It was a
desperate I
4-pack?
was. I would pick up
Right.
all the empties on my
And so you
table and
had-
see if there were 6.
Did you drink them all?
Oh yeah, and there was
Okay.
one that was
And how long did that take you?
that full. I chugged
Okay.
that as well.
So that
it
DoorDash
was
delivery at 7, that was the last you had? What time did you do
yes,
that?
and my hands were shaking, so I've got
It was between
bunch
7
of
and 8.
empties.
'Cause I knew I had this coming.
This is how
Okay.
desperate I was. I would pick up under the influence all the empties on my table and see if there
So
were
at
6.
8 o'clock, from 8 o'clock till.
And there was
what time you
one
first called
that
your
was
case?
like,
Well, when you went
that
out to community
full,
corrections, so that was
and
around
I
3
chugged
o'clock,
that
maybe
as well.
somewhere around there. Between 8 and 3, did you
It
have
wasn't-
anything to
Hold on,
drink?
hold on.
sorry,
What
Your Honor.
what time
it was
did you
2:30
do that?
at community corrections.
Okay, at 2:30.
It was between
But
7
so
and 8.
From
'Cause
when you
I
chugged
knew I
that
had this
half,
coming.
okay, to
Didn't want to come
2:30,
in
you didn't have anything
under the
to drink.
influence. No, Your Honor.
So at
Last
8
night, I
o'clock,
drank quite
from
a bit,
8
though.
o'clock till, I don't know what time we first called your case.
Basically,
When you went
I
out to
lost my
community corrections,
voice.
so that was around 3 o'clock, maybe
And
somewhere around
a
there.
dispute. And
Between
I've
8
been on
and
a
3,
bender.
did you have anything to drink?
No, Your Honor. It was 2:30 at community corrections.
Okay, at 2:30, but so from when you chug that half, Mr. Heenan, I'm not, to 2:30, you didn't have anything to drink. I'm just trying to, like I said, I'm trying to
Last
figure out
night,
where
I
you
drank
are.
quite a bit, though.
You know,
Basically,
say you've been
I
on a
lost my
bender.
voice.
What
And
were
a
you
dispute.
drinking
And
the
I've been
night
on a bender.
before? And how much?
White Claw. I drank, gosh, probably 15.
Okay, and that would have been last night sometime. Mr. Heenan, when you say that you stopped about 4, you said, or something. I'm just trying to,
I woke
like I
up
said,
at
I'm trying
4.
to figure out where you are. Trying to, you know. So yesterday,
say you've been on a
drinking
bender.
White Claw, you had about 15.
Yes,
What
Your Honor.
were you drinking for the night before? And how
Just
much?
that day?
White Claw.
That evening? All day.
I drank, gosh,
Okay.
probably 15.
And at some point,
Okay, and that would have been
you
last
stopped
night.
drinking.
sometime.
Either you passed out.
When
or
you say that you
just
stopped about 4,
I
you
felt
said,
probably
or something
passed
like
out.
that?
No, I woke up at
Yeah.
4.
You woke
And then
up
you
at
woke up
4.
at 4.
So
And then you needed
yesterday,
something else.
drinking White Claw, you had
My
about
hands were-
15. Right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I get why.
For
But you need
over
something else. and
just
that's
that
when you got
day,
the other stuff.
evening,
All day.
or
Yeah.
you already had that.
I
Okay.
already had it.
And at some point, you
Okay.
stopped
White
drinking.
Claw and high
Either
noon.
you passed out or you
Um,
just stopped.
Yeah. No, I
You
felt
probably
You know,
passed out.
usually when I'm sober, I'm
Yeah.
a fit person.
And then
I
you
run
woke up at
marathons
4.
and stuff. So I high noon
And
and White
then
Claw
you
are the
needed
lowest calorie
Something else.
drinks.
Yeah, my hands were.
Okay. Right. I get why.
And so then
But
you switched to the high.
You need
noon,
something else,
and
and
you
that's
did
when you
that,
got the other
right?
stuff.
Chugged them.
Or
You already had that.
you're
I
heating.
already had it.
Do you think you're in trouble?
Okay.
White
I
Claw
mean,
and high
just
noon.
not with the court. I'm not talking about with the
Um,
court, but just with you and your
You know,
sobriety.
usually when I'm sober, I'm a fit
I
person.
do.
run marathons
I
and
had
stuff.
16 years of
So
sobriety.
high noon and White Claw are
So
the
I know I
lowest
can do
calorie.
it.
drinks.
I'm just having a hard time right now
Okay.
with this divorce and losing the kids.
So then you switched to the
Um,
high noon and you did,
and
right?
chugged them. Just life is hard
You're
right
eating?
now. No, I had to resign my job I
Do you
loved.
think you're in trouble? I mean, just
been
not with
a
the court.
rough-
I'm not talking about with the
Okay,
court.
so right now you're
But
also
just
not
with you
working.
and your sobriety.
I had to resign to go to treatment. I do. I have 16 years of sobriety. So I know I can do it. I'm just having a hard time right now with this divorce and losing the kids.
So
And
here's what I'm just gonna let you know
just
that
life is hard right now.
you're gonna be staying at the
I had to
Washington
resign my
County
job I
Jail,
loved.
temporarily
Just
revoke your
been a
bond.
rough.
Okay. Okay. So right now you're also not. I'm not doing that necessarily.
resign
as a
to go to
punishment,
treatment.
but I can't. I have no way to release you and keep the community nor you safe. Okay. And I'll just ask you this. So here's what I'm just gonna let you know that you're gonna be staying at the Washington County Jail, okay? Temporarily set that from 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. And I'm not doing that necessarily as a punishment, but I can't. Come back. I have no way to release you and keep the community nor you. But I want to know right now, what would you like to see happen right now? And I'll just ask you this, for you.
I would like it to scram tether and start taking.
You're gonna come
interviews.
back tomorrow. Okay. Okay, Mr.
We'll
Set
set
that for 9 Is that what you really would like to see happen?
I need some accountability. Yes,
Okay, you come back, but you also need some help. I may ask you
Right.
this tomorrow,
I agree.
but I want to know right now, what
I do have a
would you
sponsor.
like
I-
to see? Have you called your sponsor? No, you haven't. For
Hold it,
you.
hold it.
I
Answer my
would
question.
like it to
Have you called
scram
your sponsor?
tether
No, I was
and start taking interviews.
Yeah. And the reason that you want the scram and the
Okay, Mr. Heenan?
interviews is because
that what you
those
really would
are
like to see
sort of
happen?
easy
I
things
need
that
some
I can
accountability,
do out
yes.
of sight. Okay, but you also need some help. Okay,
Right. I don't. I
you don't have to answer that.
Okay.
Okay, because I know what's going
do
on.
have a
I've been doing
sponsor.
this a minute.
Okay.
Have you called your sponsor? No, you haven't. Between now and tomorrow morning, here's
Answer
the
my
thing that
question.
you're gonna have to.
Have you called your sponsor?
No, I was too embarrassed.
You're gonna need to do the hard work. And the reason that you want the scram and the interviews is because those are sort of easy things
you
that
have
I can
to
do
get
out
in
of
your
sight, because you've done it before, but you have to get in your head.
I don't.
You don't have to answer that. That there's not. Okay, because I know what's going on. I've been doing this. Is going to be a hard pass for you. And I think you between now and tomorrow morning, here's the thing inside. You just don't want it to come out. You're going to need to. People don't come to me whenever they're before me and ask me, "Give me a hard way to go, Judge." They don't do that, right? So I'm not expecting you to necessarily say that in your head. I'm just telling you, done it before, but you have to get in your head. Be that there's not going to be an easy path. This is going to be a hard path for you. And you got to wrap your head around. And I think you really do know that inside. Right? You just don't want it to come out. You just have to understand that. People don't come to me whenever. So we're going to try to get something in place. Give me a hard way to go, Judge, because they don't do that. Right? So I'm not expecting you to necessarily say that to me. I'm just telling you right now, this isn't going to be, and you know that, easy path, this shortcut. I could put that scream on you. You're going to drink, and you got to wrap your head around.
I spent.
Oh, you're going to drink. Okay. You just have to understand that. That scram is not a magic bullet. Try to get something in place for you, because the only thing that scram is going to do, I put it this way, where you are, I let you out. The only thing that scram's going to do is you don't make it through the night without drinking. It's not going to stop you from drinking.
Not with the scram.
Realize that you pounded down 15 white claws, and then you did 4. Then that wasn't enough. You had to call somebody to bring you more alcohol.
Okay.
Do you think a thing that scram is not a magic bullet? It's not going to stop you. No, it's not. The only thing that scram is going to do, quite frankly, where you are, the only thing that scram's going to do is just tell us.
Was really hard for me.
It's not going to stop you from drinking. Realize that you pounded down 15 white claws, and then you did 4. Then that wasn't enough, and you had to call somebody to bring you more for a while.
I understand.
Do you think a thing around
But
your
you're gonna
ankle's
go
gonna
tonight.
stop you after that?
And we're gonna see you tomorrow morning.
It's not.
And Mr. Heenan, you'll never, well, maybe one day you'll
Jail
understand it.
was really hard for me.
I know, I'm not doing it to be me.
So that,
I don't
that
wanna lose you.
alone would stop me.
And I know if I let you
For a
out of
while.
here, there's
I
a good
understand.
chance we're gonna lose you. But you're gonna go tonight. And then we're gonna see you tomorrow morning. Probable cause conference will be. Mr. Heenan, I'll just also call it never, well, maybe one day you'll understand it. It's tomorrow the 3rd. July 3rd, not doing it to be me. 2024 at. I don't want to lose you. At this time, defendant. And I know if I let you out of here, there's a good chance we're going to lose you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Press conference will be adjourned.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jackie
Also
Moss on
call it
behalf
bond
of
hearing.
Mr. Heenan, who is approaching.
It's tomorrow the 3rd. July 3rd, 2024 at 10 a.m. How are you doing, Mr. Heenan?
Doing okay, Your Honor.
At this time, defendant bond is revoked. Where are we on this? Did we get any update on Bear River? Thank you.
Your Honor, in regards to, pardon me, in regards to Bear River, yes, the update is Bear River can have Mr. Heenan admitted within 24 to 48 hours. However, they would require the referral from CMH. That was not able to take place yesterday because CMH said they required an order from Your Honor before.
For CMH to evaluate him.
Yes. With that being said, my understanding is that in custody evaluations take place twice per week on Wednesdays and on Fridays. So if they received an order today, they could potentially get to him on Friday. If not, then it'll be into next week.
Okay.
With that being said, my position would be that where we left off yesterday, Your Honor was entertaining the idea of releasing Mr. Heenan on a scram tether. If the court is inclined to do so at this time, upon release, Mr. Heenan would be able to call the CMH hotline and immediately be evaluated. It's a 20 to 30 minute phone interview process. And then Mr. Heenan could continue with the admittance process with either Bear River or Mr. Heenan did mention another facility, Liberty Treatment, which is in Fenton, Michigan, Your Honor.
People have a position on this.
Your Honor, ultimately, I think we would defer to the court's discretion. The people really want to make sure that Mr. Heenan gets into treatment as soon as possible. I just ask that we set him up for success as best we can. So if we are going to release him on a scram, I ask that counsel help him get situated with making that call to CMH so that he's not left on his own to do that without any assistance in case he needs it.
I would definitely be willing to do so, Your Honor. And one other thing I wanted to apprise the court, there are a few matters that Mr. Heenan would need to get in order in terms of personal affairs, primarily his rent, and actually more importantly, as a part of the settlement agreement in his divorce, he's ordered to pay the tuition for his son's private school. That payment is due on or before July 10th. Mr. Heenan does not have his credit card information with him. All of that is at home. So in order to be able to comply with that, that is another reason that we are asking that Mr. Heenan be allowed on scram tether.
Mr. Heenan, when you're out, who helps with just your support around you? I mean, what other people are around you?
I don't have much support, just AA.
And that you've been doing via Zoom?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, because here's part of my issue. counsel's gonna only be able to take you so far. So yeah, get you out, get the call made, but then you're there. And I understand that you've got the tether on, you would have the scram unit on, but all that may tell me is that you're gonna that you drank. I'm just real concerned. I mean, I'm just gonna be blunt about it. I don't know how you make it, even if for a day or two. I just don't know how you make it. That's my problem. And I think you know that too. Am I right?
Your Honor, I can do this. I can do it. I know I can.
And I want to believe you. I'm not sure I do.
I'm having a hard time here. I don't ever want to come back to jail. I'm not a bad person.
Hey, Shane, so that you understand, I don't think that you're a bad person either. I just don't. I mean, I'm more worried about you and what you do. That talk we had yesterday, I was kind of making that clear to you. That I'll be honest with you, I don't want you dying. That's what because eventually you're going to run out of opportunity.
The scram tether informed him that indicate that there was consumption of alcohol. Mr. Heenan would very likely there was consumption of alcohol. Mr. Heenan would very likely remain in custody for the pendency of his case.
Here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. You're not going to like it, Mr. Heenan, but you're not going to like it making the call, but you're not going and making the call. I'll sign the order. You're not going anywhere. You'll get assessed on. I'll sign the order Friday. You'll get assessed on, and we're going to get you out to Bear River. And we're going to get you out to Bear River. Start this process. And start this process. Have to somehow or another figure out a way. We'll have to have your credit card at some point. You'll be able to have your credit card some information so that you can get tuition information so that you can get that tuition. Find a way to get your rent paid. And find a way to get your rent paid. All of that, but those are important. All of that, but all of that pales in comparison. Those are important issues, but all of that pales in comparison to where this could be. Mr. Heenan, how'd you get here yesterday? Mr. Heenan, how'd you get here yesterday? Yeah,
I drove.
and I'm letting you know that factors into my decision. And I'm letting you know that factors into my decision because Mr. Heenan. By the time we got to you and you didn't drink while you were here. By the time we got to you and you didn't drink while you were here, you were a .10. By the time we got you over to community corrections, and you had by the time we got you over to community corrections, and you had already been here a while. It's that behavior. It's that behavior. And again, I'm not saying that you're a bad person, but your inability to make a proper judgment, but your inability to make a proper judgment leads me to the conclusion that I have to keep you right. That leads me to the conclusion that I have to keep you right. Get CMAs to talk to you, get an order, and get you CMAs to talk to you, and get you into treatment. So that's what I'm going to do, and so that's what I'm going to do. Somebody will need to prepare an order for the court signature. Somebody will need to prepare an order for the court signature to use that because I don't. And I will sign it, and we'll get it. And I will sign it, and we'll get it there. So at this point, I'm just going to continue your bond as revoked. So at this point, I'm just going to continue your bond as revoked. I'm not going to even set an amount at this point. And I will adjourn the probable cause
Okay, why don't I
The
do this so that
cause
again, we
out.
don't lose track? I'll
Okay,
set
why
it
don't
for
I
the
do
11th.
this so that
Okay.
Again, we don't lose track. I'll set it for the 11th. And then if there becomes an issue,
Get to the
and then
prosecutor,
if
we
there
can step
becomes
to
an
do
issue,
something else. Get to the prosecutor, we can
Anything
step
from-
to do something
Nothing from the
else.
defense, Your Honor.
All right. Anything
Thank
from
you.
Thank you. Nothing from the defense,
you.
Your Honor.